Good afternoon and welcome to Younib TV's 1 p.m. news. My name is Elias Muchina. Thank you for joining us. It's a busy and emotional afternoon across the country as we continue to bring you stories that shape the day. From the heart of the capital, where growing tension between protesters and law enforcement have led to tragedy, to the ongoing national conversation on police accountability and public safety. Our top story this hour: grief and anger after a street vendor known as Selling Mask in the city center was fatally shot by police during the ongoing demonstrations. Eyewitness accounts paint a harrowing picture of events that unfolded just moments before the shooting, as calls for justice grow louder.
Biashara imesimama saa hii, wafanyikazi wengi tunaenda bila mshahara, tumefunga kazi zetu. Tafadhali tunakuomba Mheshimiwa Samuel Ruto.
Tumekuja kutafuta unga, sasa tena naona leo hakuna unga. Unaona sasa mtu nalipwa date. Sasa leo imeenda hivyo.
The moment wanarusha hizi kuna commotions, sisi wote tuko affected uko juu, ndo kwa maana tuko hapa, hakuna kazi na.
We are forced to close since the building is under lockdown na hakuna vile biashara inaendelea. And for me,
goons wametoka sijui wapi, wako na marungu na kuambia wamekuja wakiwa wamejihami. I'm telling you, it is so disruptive. Hata mkituona hapa sasa tunaogopa kuenda past 2 meters past here, ni kubaya. Yes, we are trying to find a way of getting home, but sasa as you can see, kuna magari, watu wa bike pia wameskata, wamejiondoa from the goons.
Have expressed Hawkers was shot by police during demonstration in Nairobi following the shooting of the guy who witness described as a mask vendor. The MPs denounced what they call the police use of excessive force. The lawmakers also cautioned that rogue cops activities like these keep deepening the dive between the people and the police. Here is the report.
A country is held together by institutions such as the National Police Service. But we must agree one thing, Madam Speaker. What has happened, for instance, today? A young man selling some items in town has been shot down by a police officer. Selling face masks. Madam Speaker, the young man did not run. He was unarmed. It's just worrying, and one of the roles that the National Police Service has to do is to bring our country together. And the greatest threat now we have is when an institution or leadership loses touch with the people they lead.
It is the role of the National Police Service Commission to ensure that our police are upholding the highest standards, especially in discipline. It is just to also join my colleagues in actually condemning the fact that we had a young man shot today because he was selling masks, he was not armed. And we'd just like to urge our police, Honorable Speaker, to exercise restraint.
A young man has been shot dead. It is very unfortunate because the police have a higher duty of care, just the way we as members of parliament. We are abused daily, we are even attacked physically, but we restrain ourselves. When you are given to him who much is given, much is expected. So even if the public goes against you, please restrain yourself.
Even as we condemn the excesses of a number of officers, because it is not all officers, Honorable Speaker. It is a few officers. Just like, Honorable Speaker, even in this house, we are not all angels. There are many of us who have our own shortcomings. And therefore, in every institution, Honorable Speaker, even within the police force, there are officers who will have excesses, and the law must be allowed to take its course.
In connection with the death of a blogger and educator Albert Ojwang, 2 police officers, Central Police Deputy OCS Samuel Nganga and Peter Kimani, have turned themselves to IPOA. Constable James Mukwan's report implicating them in the case led to surrender. Former political prisoners who believe Deputy IG Eliud Lagat is the primary suspect in the murder are also calling for his resignation and arrests.
We don't want him to step aside. He should step down or he be suspended. we have authorities to which he reports. We don't want this playing to the gallery that somebody says stepping aside, which I don't know what it means in law.
Immediate dismantling of all killer squads and clandestine units operating within the Kenya Police Force and other security formations. These squads are a danger to the Republic and must be disbanded without delay.
It's our duty to appeal to comrades who are working with the Ruto administration to basically disengage and give Kenyans a chance to really choose a new administration. Because as things stand now, the Ruto administration is in office just because ODM support.
Proposal to include market amenities into inexpensive house units have been supported by President William Ruto, who claims that doing so creates loops in sustainable urban communities. During the second Kenya Urban Forum in Naivasha, he made this statement in the face of criticism from the Central Trade Union Organization, which has disagreed the government's move.
We have no choice about that future being urban, but we have a choice on what type of urban future we are going to have. Are people going to live in informal settlements? Are they going to live in slums? Or they are going to live in planned, dignified shelter that has... I will not allow anybody to define me in terms of time and terms and elections. No. This project is not about how many terms you serve or how many, which elections come this way or that way. I want leadership in Kenya to be defined by how much impact we are making.
To pause and ask, what kind of cities are we building? And what kind of country will they give rise to?
I have a simple answer. The answers, the statistics answer them. Kenya is urbanizing, the highest rate. We will have 30, 40 million people living in urban centers. If we don't plan about it, we will be living in squalor.
As a sovereign.
We are going for a short break. We'll be back with more stories. Don't touch that dial.
Ever the best. Hallelujah.
Welcome back. Following a successful mental evaluation, the court was informed that the three men were fit to stand trial for the murder of Kasipul Member of Parliament Charles Ongondo Were. The prosecution told the court that the three men conspired to carry out the murder. Were was shot dead in Nairobi after departing the parliamentary grounds.
Managing paragraph 9 is quite disturbing because you're being informed about two other persons who have been charged. I think a driver a bodyguard to the deceased, and somebody else who, according to this story, the statement behind the document that annexed, a man by the name Push. The document here that says mentions a person by the name Isaac Kuria, alias Push.
and Alan Omoli Ogola. We do not know the status of this matter. He's not been brought to light even before you. We cannot use that information against my classmate. And that particular case seems to be in a different case court altogether. It is not before you. So the citation of this matter appears to be in the remanded locals. But later, at the time of taking plea this morning, there was no indication.
Due to delays in obtaining the license required to enter the workforce, former students are criticizing Moi University. The graduates accuse the university of not facilitating the registration with the Inter-University Resource Management Body when they appeared before the Education Committee of the National Assembly. Some claim that they have been waiting more than 10 years for a license after finishing their studies.
Madam Vice Chancellor, do you want to mean that you just took money from the students? You wasted their time? They went through a course that can not guarantee them any future.
We never had someone he or she can either guide us in whatever the way we should take. So we were just going up and down.
The answer that I got, and that made me lose hope, they were talking about the cost, the name. They said the name is totally different from what is supposed to be offered. And that is Bachelor of Science in Health Information Management and Informatics. They said they told us that it should be Bachelor of Science in Health Records and Information Management.
We know they are supposed to license. The institution offering the course is the link between the students and the institutions. So we cannot absolve members. We cannot absolve the university out of this. Members, you need to know, the engineers board, the nurses, the nursing council, and everyone else normally take the students through, and it is the responsibility of the university.
The body that is supposed to license should have been onboarded at the very beginning. That they should have known which body, and that body should have been appraised of the course and the units of the course from the onset, before they started. So my question to the university, did they know that that is a requirement? Because how would you continue offering a course, yet you've not followed the due process to ensure it's accredited and that the licensing body is on board?
On matter sports, once amidst in the top division, Nzoia Sugar Football Club is struggling to make a comeback. This comes after a challenging season in which they failed to qualify for promotion this year. This group is counting anew vitally to divide a resurgence despite the moment of genius. The National Super League proved to be quite equally difficult this season. According to officials, the support will assist stabilize operation, increasing training resources, and mostly important retaining key players for the upcoming season. Nzoia Sugar has failed to clinch a return to the top tier, finishing with just 39 points.
So tumepitia a lot of challenges ndio tuweze kufika pale penye tumefikia hapo kwenda kwa mambo ya relegation hiyo. Kumekuwa na shida. Tumekuwa team ilikuwa Premier League the last hizo miaka karibu 7-6, then kwa sababu challenges za pesa nini team ikaanza kuteremka chini from position 3 top 3 ikarudi paka ikadelegatiwa league hiyo 2024 season to 2025. Cons ukiangalia cons zetu zimezeeka, balls hatuna, uniforms kwisha, uniform yetu na trainia ndio tunataka tuchezee. Naona tulipoteza karibu not less than 7 players, then wengine waka give up to wamekaa wamerudi vijijini.
Najua sponsor akikuja on board ujue now the team will be stable, na mimi najua Nzoia inakuja kuwa Nzoia kwa sababu when I joined this team imekuwa team ya juu. Hata tulishinda league when I was a coach, tulikuwa na runners up in the league, tukacheza na timu kama Zamalek, Eritrea. Nataka turudi hapo because Nzoia most of the time tumekuwa tukinurture young talents. Hata hizi games zinaendelea, nimewatch karibu zote, and our aim is to tap young talents from these teams alafu join Nzoia and I know as a team we are going far.
Team iko na mayouth wengi wametoka shule, wakati challenges ilikuja kwa mingi, wengi wao wakatoka, lakini wale at least wenye bado tulikuwa napigania team ndio tulibaki, na ndio that's why tunasukuma, and that's why matokeo ikakuja ikafanya nini nikaanza kuwaduni kidogo.
We are concerned about the life of the sports person after the games. We want these sports people to be empowered. Those who don't have gainful employment, the company is going to support them in leasing land for Ken development. And we want this team, again, the proceeds of the games and everything else they are going to do should be plowed back into the sustenance.
And that brings us to the end of this 1 p.m. news bulletin on Younib TV. I'm Elias Muchina. Thank you for making us part of your afternoon. Before we sign off, a reminder of our top stories: the tragic death of a mask vendor in the city, shot during protests that have ignited the national debate on policing and human rights. Investigations are underway, and we'll continue to follow the story closely in our subsequent bulletin. Stay with Younib TV for more. Until we meet again, take care and good afternoon.